We are live here on Chat Sports reacting to the three-team blockbuster trade. Harrison Graham and Chase Sr. with you on Chat Sports, also on our Eagles, Dolphins, and 49ers channels as well. Let's go ahead and take some questions from you guys. Seahawks tanking, you heard it here. Chase at 5 for Cincy, linemen in rounds 2 and 3. Possible if you want to go YOLO ball with Joe Burrow. I don't hate the idea. Yeah. Team him up with his former teammate. I would lean Penei Sewell because I think they have enough weapons. You got Tyler Boyd. You got T. Higgins, who really emerged the second half of last season. But selfishly, I'd like to see them draft Jamar Chase.
Joe Burrow was hit more in the first month of the NFL season last year than he was the entire season at LSU when they won the national championship. So O-line, 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 especially after that knee injury.
Andrew Brennick, Broncos have a better chance at Watson now that the 49ers trade up. Guys, look, until the legal situation is resolved, he's not getting traded. So, and by the way, it doesn't sound like it's ending anytime soon. So we'll update you as things happen, but nothing's happening right now. Tony Crowder, appreciate the super chat from our 49ers report. Hashtag 49ers if you want to ask a question. Peter Correa from the 49ers report, do you think if Lynch doesn't get the quarterback he wants at 3, he trades back to get the picks back or he takes the next best QB? Let's be clear if we haven't already. You don't make this move unless you're comfortable with the 3 quarterbacks after Lawrence. Like, you're saying, okay, we're trading to 3 because any of these guys, we can make it work, right? You don't do it and be like, oh, but if Zach Wilson goes 2, we don't like it now. Like, you can't operate that way.
No chance. Maybe if there was a quarterback that the San Francisco 49ers saw drop on draft night, then they would move up.
Sure.
But they're moving up to number 3 right now, knowing that whichever quarterback falls to number 3, they're comfortable with selecting them. Either Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, or Trey Lance.
You'll have the options of 2 of these 3.
Exactly.
That's simple math because Lawrence
and the 49ers know that.
Yeah, maybe all 3 if the Jets keep Sam Darnold. So we'll see. Jacob, what happened? Any big news? I appreciate the sarcasm. No, just a typical Friday here at Chat
no big
Sports.
deal.
Oh, it is big news. Okay, yeah. Just quick reminder there. Blockbuster trade, if you're just joining us, 49ers, Dolphins, Eagles. There's the trade details. It's wild. It's bonkers. 49ers are going to draft a quarterback. Come back. Can you see another draft trade prior to the NFL draft? If it happens, we will cover it, and that is why you should subscribe to us here at Chat Sports. We're already updating a brand new mock draft for you guys because a bunch of picks have changed. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Chase, myself, Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey, others. We're going to have you guys covered throughout the next several months as we continue to progress along this offseason. Anthony Avila, did the Dolphins turn this into a 3-year project? No. Guys, if Tua works out, they're good. Like,
Hold on. Do people forget that the Dolphins last year won 10 games?
Yes.
They won 10 games, and they have a stacked, young, affordable roster.
And a good defense.
And a great defense. And one of the best young coaches in the league, I think.
I love Flores. Yeah. I think they're ready to win, and they're ready to win
right now.
Appreciate the question, Anthony, on that one. Hashtag NFL, hashtag 49ers, hashtag Dolphins, hashtag whom I love, Eagles to get your questions on the show. Zachary, what quarterback do the 49ers want with the 3rd overall pick? We'll keep circling back. Lawrence out of the mix. I think they clearly like all 3 of the guys. We'll start with Zach Wilson, who had his pro day on Friday. They were there. John Lynch was in it. Lynch was in attendance, correct?
Yes, he was.
Okay, Lynch was in attendance on that one, so you have him. Justin Fields is another guy that's highly touted. He's got a strong arm, throws a beautiful deep ball, out-dueled Trevor Lawrence on a major stage, which is important for intangibles. And then, of course, Trey Lance is a sneaky one that's rising up boards. We don't know a ton about him. We haven't seen him play a ton of college football, but the physical tools are all there for Trey Lance. The point is, 2 of those 3 guys are guaranteed to be there when San Francisco drafts at number 3, which tells me the 49ers are comfortable with all of them.
I have a juicy nugget for everybody. So there is an elite quarterback prospect academy called QB Collective. Justin Fields has been working there. You know who is one of the key coaches at QB Collective? It's Kyle Shanahan, also his first-year offensive coordinator. So they've been up close and personal with Justin Fields this entire offseason as he gets ready for the NFL draft. Maybe they've worked alongside him legally, and they say, hey, this is our guy. He's going to be available at 3. Let's make sure he is, and let's make sure we draft him.
It's going to be interesting. Bailey X, who are the Bears taking at 20? Dalton's QB1 per the Bears Twitter account. Who are they taking then?
Kyle Trask, baby.
Dude, you joke. Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
Chris Sims says he's a beast. I don't know what the Bears are doing, guys. I wish I had a better answer. I'm going to continue to explore. I'm going to continue to try and rally for this team, but the reality is I don't know what they're doing at quarterback. At least the 49ers have a plan. They're saying, we'll move up, we'll go get a guy, and as far as the Bears go, I just do not know what is going to happen at quarterback for Chicago. But, hey, their Twitter says Dalton's a starter, so there you go. Yasmin, hey, by the way, I'm a new sub and liked. Appreciate that. What is your favorite NFL team? Our favorite team is your favorite team. Come on, we cover it all here at Chat Sports.
Whatever team you like, Yasmin, or Yasmin, however you pronounce it, hey, we love your team.
We're live on our 49ers channel. We're live on Miami Dolphins today. We are live on Philadelphia Eagles now, and, of course, simulcasting all of that here on Chat Sports. So subscribe if you like those teams. If you love what we're doing, subscribe to any and all of our channels. Claude Evans, what do you think about Jarran Reed being released? Cap casualty. You know what? Nothing they've done this offseason really helps Russell Wilson, by the way.
Well, some offensive line help.
Some. Gabe Jackson.
Some. Not as much as Russell Wilson would like, but some.
Okay, we'll see. Atlanta is gaming. Does this affect who the Broncos will be drafting? I think indirectly it affects anyone within the top 12 because that's where these picks are being maneuvered. So maybe not as much as like the Falcons at 4, but I do think there's a potential domino effect here.
Yeah, it all depends on which players go where and how things fall. It's going to be a domino effect.
Jets are the big one.
Yeah,
what do they do?
Jets are the big one. So what does this trade and who does it affect? I'm looking at teams like the Falcons. I'm looking at teams like the Broncos and the Panthers as three
Panthers
teams
are a
that
big
are
one as
affected.
they are also looking for a quarterback. This super chat coming from our 49ers channel. Appreciate it, Random Electric. Moving all the way up to 3 for Lance or Jones makes no sense. Has to be Wilson or Fields. Look, Orlovsky can throw that out if he wants to. It's possible Lynch and Shanahan like those guys as well, but I will say this, though. I think Lance is closer to Wilson and Fields for most scouts than he is to Mac Jones. Let's be clear. I think that's more of a trio than Jones is a little bit lower. But, yeah, I don't think it's like, oh, we're moving up to 3 because we love Mac Jones. That would surprise me.
I respect Dan Orlovsky's analysis. I think he's a good QB evaluator, and he breaks down film in a really intelligent way. He's a very good analyst. I would be floored if Mac Jones is the pick at number 3.
Agreed.
I'll just say that.
Luis Polo, which receiver fits Tua better? Fuller can already stretch the field if Tua actually throws over 10 yards.
Let me just say, you cannot have enough field stretchers in the NFL today.
Especially
So you might have Will Fuller, but he's injury prone. Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, Jamar Chase, Mike Gesicki. Fireworks in Miami, I'll tell you that.
I like Chase or Waddle here because I don't know that I view Will Fuller as a long-term option, 1-year deal. So if you want the big physical guy, go get Chase. If you want the burner, go get Waddle, who obviously Tua is familiar with. Smith is good as well, but I don't know that he gives you a ton of a different look right away than what you already have. So I would lean in that direction, but you can't go wrong with any of those guys. They're all going to be really good in my opinion. Lion Ferreira, didn't Fitzpatrick and the defense win the majority of the games and not Tua? That really didn't happen as much as we thought. It happened twice. Tua did start like 10 games.
Yeah.
Look, Tua's evaluation is incomplete right now. So that's why you have to give him all of next year and see what happens. Get him a weapon. Get him another offensive lineman. Go to work and see what happens in 21. Look, if Tua's bad next year, they're getting a new quarterback the next year. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, is Tua the player that lit it up against the Arizona Cardinals? Probably. I'm not sure. Is he as bad as some of those disastrous performances? I don't think
the Raiders?
So.
Yeah, I agree. Super chat from which channel, Brett? This is from Chat Sports. With this trade, where is the first defensive player go? Appreciate the super, Alexander.
Great question.
Golly. let's look at the draft order here. We'll just look at top 10.
I think the player will be Micah Parsons. I think he'll be the first defensive player taken.
I'll disagree. I'll go Surtain. I would have said Farley, but I think the back issue now is a problem. Top 5, Jags, Jets, 49ers, Atlanta, Cincinnati. Maybe 4 Atlanta. Maybe. But who are you taking at 4? Like, if I'm Atlanta and I don't want a quarterback, I'm trading down. Period. Like, that pick has a premium value now because the top 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks. And if you're Carolina, for example, you're like, we got to go get Trey Lance. Go, trade.
What if the Eagles trade back up to number 4 with Atlanta? I think that could be in play.
But that's just rich to take a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Well, let's show 6 through 10 because I think Cincinnati will go O-line or receiver there. Detroit at 7 is very much a prime candidate. I don't think that's too rich to get a corner, to get Parsons, to get one of these guys. But make no mistake, this is an offensive-loaded draft, especially at the top.
There's no Chase Young in this year's draft.
No.
Not even close.
There's 4 quarterbacks that are going to go top 10, potentially top 5. 5 that are going to go in the first round with Mac Jones. And then there's 4 to 7 receivers / pits that could go in round 1, plus offensive line is loaded. Don't be shocked if 20 to 24 picks in the first round are offense. I'm serious. Like, it is that loaded on the offensive side of the ball this year. So, to answer the question, we'll see who the first defensive player is and where he goes. How about the first on QB drafted? Jets are possible at 2, but I think if they don't go quarterback, they trade down, personally.
Yeah, and the player, Penei Sewell.
I think so.
I think he's the first non-quarterback.
Unless someone loves one of the receivers, which could happen.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. So, Sewell or a receiver. Ellis White, 49ers, Fields is the guy. Is Fields the guy? Maybe. Maybe Zach Wilson's the guy. Maybe Trey Lance is the guy. I think it's one of those 3.
Yeah, the 49ers, they're cool with either one of those 3.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to with this trade.
Yeah, you don't make that trade unless you're comfortable with any of the 3. So, yeah. Ooh, Pizza Man. Could the Falcons be a surprise playoff team? Maybe, because I'll say this, the Saints, they could easily fall back to like a 500 type of team, if not worse. You're not catching the Bucs. I'm pretty comfortable in saying that. But Carolina's rebuilding. Extra wild card spot now, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I like that offense still.
Yeah, like the Bucs are bringing back all 22 starters from last year's Super Bowl team, so that's the team to chase. But hey, Saints, no longer the Drew Brees era. I think the Falcons have been better than what their record indicates the past couple of years. They've just blown a ton of leads late.
Yes, no doubt about that. Brandon, if one of the 3, Wilson, Fields, Lance, are there, do the Bengals trade down? If Sewell's there, I think you just have to take him. Like, don't overthink this if you're Cincinnati. Take Sewell at 5. Now, if he's gone, if a team what if a team trades with Atlanta and drafts Sewell, which I do think could happen, then yeah, maybe you trade down at that point. But if Sewell's on the board, that's a lot to pass up if you're Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals drafted Jonah Williams. He's their right tackle. So now you go Penei Sewell at left tackle.
There you go.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that, love that, love that.
Josiah, since Jamar Chase is most likely not going to happen for the Eagles, who do you think the Eagles will get? If one of those 4 weapons is there at 12, with Chase, Waddle, and Smith, and Kyle Pitts. If not, Micah Parsons?
I love Micah Parsons. This has been an organization that has ignored the linebacker position, but they are bereft at that position and bereft of dynamic defensive players who can wreck games like Devin White. That's what I think Parsons will be able to do at the NFL level, so I love Parsons to the Eagles.
Yeah, so if they don't get one of those top weapons, then Parsons might be the guy. Henrique, Brazilian fan there. Appreciate you, Henrique. What's the chance of the Colts getting Zach Ertz? That chatter's kind of slowed down. The Eagles are kind of just letting this play out. They're just hanging out.
NFL fans in Brazil. That's when you know that the NFL's become a global game. We appreciate that, Henrique. I think Zach Ertz to the Colts is a realistic option, and I think that Zach Ertz would love to go there. Reunite with Zach Ertz, with Carson Wentz, reunite with Frank Reich. That's solid.
Yeah, a couple more questions here. Cameron, what quarterback do you think if the Bears go quarterback, will they pick at 20? Look, if Mac Jones somehow falls to you, I think you have to take him. Like, that's a no-brainer.
I agree.
Don't think he will fall. After him, there's not a quarterback I would draft in the first round. I'm not a Kellen Mond guy. If you've watched me on Bears Now, I've made that very clear. Trask, I think you could talk me into him at 52 in round 2. I've seen enough good stuff from him that if he sits behind Dalton for a year, maybe he's ready in 22. But after that, I think offensive line ends up becoming the pick for Chicago. Subscribe to Chat Sports. We had a big day on Thursday with the NBA trade deadline. Another big day today, closing in on 240,000 subscribers. Help us get there as we just crossed 239 subscribers here in Chat Sports. NFL, NBA coverage, all the news, all the rumors, mock drafts. We do it all. Free agency, and, of course, mailbags with you guys.